Hey everyone, it's another crazy late night for me, but I wanted to tell you all about Snowball, which is our latest release that features 2 commands from Stuart Moore about backup and restore. And the first thing, I'm just going to jump right in. The first thing is, I really love this. There was a conversation on Twitter that we were talking about how to not accidentally run your entire script. If you demo things for people, just put a break at the top. Really cool. The next, I want to show you the version that I'm working with tonight because it may change if you're seeing a different output. So tonight's version is 0.8.914. And the first thing that I want to show you is just the really straightforward restore to the local host. So we're going to look at C:/local backups, and here we have one AdventureWorks database. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to restore that database to, and I'm going to take off this verbose. I don't want to scare you in the beginning. I'm just going to restore that database to localhost. So we can see here, boom, that was fast, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at localhost. Refresh here. Oops, refresh here. Boom, AdventureWorks. And it has some really cool output. It'll tell you the database owner, if it's in recovery, with replace, did it complete successfully, and then it'll also even show you the script that we used that was generated by the command. And I do want to point out that this path is relative to the SQL Server itself and not your actual workstation. So let's try this exact same path that doesn't exist on SQL 2016. You'll see, boom, it doesn't exist or access denied. But if we look on temp, then we'll see that we have some database files and the backup. And then whenever I do a restore and I use that path instead, because it does exist on SQL 2016, then that's going to work. Boom, dead, awesome. Okay, so the next thing is that you can restore to different directories, and not only that, you can restore from directories that were generated by Ola Hallengren's script. So if we take a look at, this is the small Ola dir directory. So this is a backup for a database called DB1. It has a differential, and a couple logs. Now, if this had a bunch of fulls and a bunch of differentials, then it would pick the latest one of each and then restore the transaction logs from there. I also want to show you that in Crazy Awesome, so E:/Crazy Awesome, there's just a logs directory. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to do. Is we're going to specify the path to the Ola Hallengren maintenance solution backup file. And we'll set a different destination data directory as well as a different log directory. Let's go ahead and run this. So we'll see whenever we go to Crazy Awesome. Let's see, where is Crazy Awesome? So when we come back here to Crazy Awesome, we have the MDF and the NDF, so both of the data files went there, and then boom, there's the LDF. So nice. I love these commands. All right, so the next one is that we are going to pipe some things. So let's go ahead and look at the SQL 2005 instance and its backups directory. So there's nothing in there. Now watch this. We're going to execute a get-DBA-database for the SQL instance SQL 2005, and then we'll specify no system database. And we're going to back up everything. So we're going to execute that. You might have noticed a little warning there. It did skip the snapshot that I had on there. So now it's just backing everything up. Oh my God, it's done. We just backed up the entire instance. Granted, it's a small instance, but that was really fast and awesome. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to use the get-DBA backup history to get the last backup. Now this gets, -last gets your last full differential and log since the last full. But in this case, I just backed up everything. So this is essentially doing a last full. Same thing. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at that. So here we have the last full for this specific database, and it's the one that we just created. And we're going to pipe that to Restore-DbaDatabase and then just replace it. Excellent. Okay, it was just as fast as that. So that's something that you can do, that you can pipe it. Now this is one of my favorites and something I'm really excited about. Invoke item. So we're going to look at this whole entire instance. So this is my backup directory that was generated. I have a server named SQL 2016, and it created all of these. So this is an entire whole instance full of it, right? So we have fulls, we have some diffs, we have some logs. All right, so I am just going to, what happens when you do get child item? It looks like that, right? I'm going to take all of this and just pipe it to the restore command on my local instance. Now you may notice that this says SQL instance and this says SQL server. They are aliases of one another. Right now, before 1.0, we do have every command supports that. In the future, it will be only SQL instance. So let's just go ahead and pipe that to localhost. And while that runs, so now it's gathering all of the information. I really should have done a verbose on that. So now what we can see is everything is being restored. So here you can just see it, boom, boom, boom. So there was the transaction log file. And if we go and we look at the restore on the local, I know it's super fast, but I do have M.2 disks, so this entire system is super fast. So you can see that I just restored an entire instance. So cool. Absolutely. Sorry for the bad edit job, it's been a long day. But if you want to learn more, you can go to dbatools.io/snowball. And Stuart Moore wrote all about the restores. He gives a little history of how it used to be. He introduces the command and then gives a whole bunch of examples and screenshots and really goes into detail. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. That's dbatools.io/snowball, and we hope that you've enjoyed. Please do join us on the Slack channel if you're interested at dbatools.io/slack, and we're there chatting. You can join us. We'd love to have you. Thanks for joining.